This game probably took 15 years off of my life. I'm your host, Aiden Gister, and welcome to ATG Bears Breakdown, where I'll be breaking down the game between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Chicago Bears. And what a win for the Bears. The Bears were losing this game for majority of the game, and they shouldn't have won, yet they still found a way. That shows that the coaching is working, that there is persistence, there is drive in the building, and that they want to win. I'm going to be breaking down this game. Let's get going. So some notable stats from the game. The Bears won 25-24. Should have been a lot more points for the Bears. They had 4 turnovers, a lot of which were within the Raiders' 50. Yet they only converted field goals off of one. There was a turnover, the Caleb pick, which, by the way, wasn't his fault. That was just a crazy play by Max Crosby, where he went up, tipped it to himself, and then caught it. And that was his first career interception, by the way. Just a crazy play on Max's part, not Caleb's fault at all. He went 22-37, 212 yards. He had 1 touchdown, and then he had the 1 pick. And honestly, that doesn't do him justice. There were a bunch of drops in this game, such as Cole Kmet having 2 drops. DeAndre Swift dropped a ball on 3rd down. That would have been a 1st down. So that stat line doesn't do it justice. I feel like Caleb played an average game, didn't go above and beyond, but he did drive the ball down the field when it mattered. That's what you want from your starting quarterback. So I was happy to see that from Caleb. Then the defense, man, 4 turnovers. Kevin Byard, he was making Geno throw horrible balls. He was reading him like a book. He would manipulate Geno with his eyes and then go diving for the ball. He did that twice, and it was just crazy to see. Same thing with Tyreek Stevenson. He had an interception kind of like that, where he kind of manipulated Geno and dove for the ball, secured it, went down without dropping it, and it was a crazy play. So W to those guys. There was also a forced fumble in this game, but it would have been a turnover on downs anyway, so that one isn't as important. But still, man, dominant defensive performance, especially considering half our secondary is freaking injured right now. I mean, we don't have Jalen Johnson in, we don't have Kyler Gordon in, TJ Edwards in, so the defense being this dominant without a lot of our starters being in is great to see. And hopefully when the starters come back, our defense is really hard to score points against. That's the hope. Also, our special teams were dominant. Cairo Santos made 4 out of 4 field goals, a lot of which were outside the 50, so good on him. Torrey Taylor had a crazy punt where he pinned the Raiders inside like the 3-4 yard line. That was a great punt. And obviously Josh Blackwell blocking the field goal for the win. And we'll get more into that play later, but holy crap, it's so hard for an outside guy to block the field goal like that. And it was just amazing to see, amazing for the Bears to take this win when they even shouldn't have won. So that was great to see. And that's my main take. What a culture win for this Bears franchise. How many times last year would the Bears have lost a game similar to this? Last year they lost so many tight games that they could have won, but then stupid stuff like a blocked field goal happens. We were on the other side of that. We found a way to win, and that is a culture setter. We are setting a culture of winning, and Ben Johnson's doing that effectively. He's getting these guys engaged, making them persistent, and overall, what a great and necessary win for this Bears franchise. So happy that we took the win here, and hopefully we can keep this momentum going into after the bye week. If you guys have been enjoying this video so far, please turn on that notification bell so you can see all my future uploads, and also like and subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot, and I will appreciate it. So a couple of major problems from this game that I wanted to point out, because while we did win, we need to discuss our faults so we can improve as a team. And one of those was running the ball and stopping the run. Horrendous. DeAndre Swift couldn't get anything going. Neither could Kyle Monangai. The run front. The defense let up 200 rushing yards approximately. Ashton Jetty and Raheem Mostert went crazy. And overall, you're not going to win many games allowing running backs to run like that and not running the ball ourselves. So I think that speaks volumes to how much grit this team has, but we need to fix this now. And a couple of interesting notes. The Bears are making some offensive line changes to hopefully help start the run game up a bit, which I'll talk about in a second. But man, we need to find a way to get this run game going and a way to stop the run, or else we're going to have major problems later here in the season. Another major problem, Cole Kmet, dude. You are my favorite Bear, but yesterday he did not have a great game. He was targeted a lot, had two notable drops, and one was worse than the other. One, he was wide open, would have been a first down, and we probably could have drove in for a touchdown, but he just drops a pass straight to his chest. It was after he took a hard hit, but still, that's inexcusable. You're the tight end for the game as Colston Loveland was out. You need to catch that ball. And after that, Caleb got sacked. There was a penalty, and then the Bears were out of field goal range, and they had a punt. So, bad mistake by Cole Kmet. He also had two false starts, which you've been playing in the league for, 6 years now? You got to be more mentally focused than that, especially as the Bears starting tight end in this game. So, that was disappointing. I feel like he'll bounce back, but it is a point that we have to talk about. Another major problem, the offensive line. Especially in the first half, Max Crosby went crazy. He was all over the field. And during the game, I was just watching Theo Benedict, and Max Crosby floored him a few times. Like, every time that there was a snap, Max Crosby was getting pressure. And I think that the Bears figured it out by the second half. Braxton Jones was actually benched for Theo Benedict, moved over, and then Ozzie Trapillo came in on the right side. So that kind of helped fix things. And let's talk more about that Braxton Jones thing. Braxton Jones is benched, and I saw a report today by Brad Biggs that he might be done for starting for the season. The thinking here is that Theo Benedict will start as left tackle for now, but it is in flux, meaning that anything could happen. What if they move Darnell Wright to the left side? What if Ozzie Trapillo can finally start playing left tackle? It's going to be very interesting to see what happens over there because it's definitely not set in stone at this point in time, and there isn't a clear starter for the left tackle position. So it's going to be interesting to see how that develops. But Theo Benedict is a better run blocker than Braxton Jones is currently, especially after that injury he had last year. So hopefully that can help get the run game going a bit. But I don't think it's going to be the only change that's needed to help that run game get going. But we'll just have to see. It definitely is a notable part of this week, though. My question for the day for you guys, what are your thoughts on this new offensive line change? I think it's crazy that Braxton Jones got benched mid-game. I mean, to be fair, I wasn't paying attention to Braxton Jones. I was more looking at Theo Benedict while Braxton Jones was in the game due to Max Crosby's dominance. But obviously, the coaching staff saw something that they didn't like out of Braxton Jones and benched him. And after that point, it seemed like the offensive line played a hell of a lot better. So very interesting to see. And hopefully it develops positively. All right, so for my favorite segment, Gister's Game Ball of the Week. Now, there are a couple of contenders who deserve this game ball. I was thinking Kevin Byard at first because he had the 2 picks. He also had the tackle at the end of the game to force the Raiders to kick the field goal that was ultimately blocked. However, you just have to give it to Josh Blackwell. He had the play that basically sealed the game for the Bears. And while the Bears still could have had a chance to get the ball with 40 seconds left, Josh Blackwell making that play sealed the game, made sure there wasn't any shenanigans, done right there. And what a play. Diving from the outside is so difficult, and it takes a lot of work and awareness, and he made that play. And I'd have to say that Josh Blackwell is one of our best special teamers at this point. He's always making plays. Last year, he had the punt return touchdown against the Packers, and we ended up winning that game, most likely because of that play. And it's just great to see that guys all around, special teams, defense, offense, are making plays, and what a play to seal the game. So, have to give it to Josh Blackwell, but Kevin Byard had a damn good game, too. And my final take is that this is a great win, but there is definitely room for improvement. I am very glad we have a bye week this week. Usually I hate bye weeks because I just want to see Bears football. I fiend for Bears football, but we are so injured. We have so many mistakes that we need to clear up. We have some things we have to figure out. It's a perfect time for a bye week. Hopefully some of our starters can get healthy during the bye week, especially like TJ Edwards of the world, the Kyler Gordons, Colston Loveland, Darnell Wrights. If we have those guys back, I feel like this team will be formidable and in a good position to beat the Commanders after their bye. And also, hopefully it gives Ben Johnson time to figure out this new offensive line stuff. Hopefully it builds cohesion because it's an extra week for that whole line to get together, try to play together, mesh. And hopefully Ben Johnson can figure out a solution for the run game over the bye week because it's been abysmal up to this point. All right, looking forward, like I said, we need to get healthy. Commanders, I feel like they are regressed from last year. However, they are still a formidable opponent. Jaden Daniels is obviously a very good quarterback. They have weapons, and we just need to get healthy in order to give ourselves the best chance of winning this game because we do not want a repeat of last year. The Bears need their revenge. So I have a feeling we can win this game, but it would help if we got a lot of our guys healthy. Thank you guys so much for watching this post-game preview. I'm sorry about this video coming out a couple days late. My voice was fried the last couple of days, and also I was really busy. But I'll get back to posting about 5 days a week here pretty soon. And yeah, just what a great win for the Bears. Very exciting to see, and I'm excited for the rest of the season. We're 2-2, and hopefully we can keep that momentum going, gather some more wins here. I'm your host, Aiden Gister, and thank you so much for watching ATG Bears Breakdown. Please like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you can see all my future videos. I hope you guys have a great day.